Stayed right across from those two tents, right in between. Tarp set up, ground. Worked out pretty well, especially seeing how it rained last night. Standing Bear Hostel. Not a bad place to stay. Kind of quaint. There's cabins and latrines. Cabin there, cabin there. And then back to a sitting area. And the kitchen area. Had great coffee this morning. And then back to the bunkhouse that's being built on top. Just a quaint, nice little place. But heading towards Max Patch. And 2 days out from Hot Springs probably. Summit of Max Patch, really windy up here, and that's north, and I'll give you the 360 of it. That's probably east. That's south. Southwest where we came from. Smokies, looking back at the Smokies. Back around and back north. It is unbelievable. This bald is unbelievable. Here we are down from the bald, out of the wind on the back side of it, but trying to give you some perception of how tall that is, how far it goes into the valley, but how cool it is that it's barren. It's just grassland. And then we keep heading on south. We spent last night in Roaring Forks shelter and got down to about 26 under the tarp, so kind of a chilly night, but clear, no moisture. Cold though, very cold. Then came up Walnut Mountain to this grassy knob, but as you can see, it's burned out, and the entire Walnut Mountain was also burned recently. We even saw escape ribbon taped down below, directing you down lower elevation to get away from it. But still a beautiful sight for today. First one of the day. Beautiful day. Not much to film today. We're about 2.5 miles outside of Hot Springs, and that was the goal, was to get close to Hot Springs so we can hop in there tomorrow for a Nero. So we are up on a nice little knob, rocky knob for our campsite, and it seems to be pretty good for the night. There I am, and Tom's up on the very top. Yeah, so it was so rocky we had to end up using rocks to anchor down the tarp, but it seems to work, and we're gonna probably turn in early tonight. I like the wild and all, but sometimes one of the best things to do is come down off a mountain and just see the town spread before you. Beautiful Hot Springs. Had a great night last night. Still fighting the cold, but last night's sleep helped. pulling up short. Still a 50-mile day, but pulling up short. And now we're heading towards Laughing Heart, breakfast, and Nero Day. Probably head out tomorrow unless plans change. You never can tell. Come up the hill, turn left, and right there's the hostel. I ain't joking. It's right here. Hot Springs, right down the road. Smoky Mountain Dinery, main road into Hot Springs, heading towards the Outfitters on the right. Quaint little small town, but it's kind of nice. Everything within walking distance. Emblems on the sidewalk. Not bad at all. Great breakfast, fried bologna. Can't believe it.
Pretty cool.
Yes, it is. Leaving the town of Hot Springs. Nice little Nero. Hopefully come back someday and take advantage of the Hot Springs Resort and Spa rather than $20 hostel. But still a good time in Hot Springs. French Broad River, raging pretty good. Mist on the mountaintops. Gonna be rainy today and then dropping temperature. Maybe a little bit of snow tonight, 22 degrees in some parts of the elevation. But then tomorrow, back to sunshine and back up into the 40s, maybe low 50s. So not bad at all. Taking care of me. Probably our last look at beautiful Hot Springs. A nice vantage point. Rock outcropping. River below. Camping along the river. And the whole town. Bigger than what you think when you're in the middle of it. And then the mountain we came down off of yesterday. And then the mountain we're climbing up and over, moving on today towards Irwin. Finish the climb out of Hot Springs and come up and see a wall here with a nice little waterfall in the corner. Head up the steps.
How far are you going today?
10, 15.
Yeah.
And then it opens up into this nice pond. Wish it was lunchtime. Nice little bench. Nice little spot. Great to have a fishing pole. Just a neat little road, open area. Kind of unique hiking. But it used to be old tobacco fields, and now it's used for grouse and turkey, and although we haven't heard any, which is a beautiful place.